Good evening, everybody. It's Fire Rob 99 again, giving today tactical mortar tips. The use of tactical mortars in BF4 or Battlefield 4. You may also check my video on medical tips, which is also available on my YouTube account. Let's get right to it. The use of mortars, I think, is probably one of the most underutilized gadgets in the entire game. It can be used effectively. You can use it to support your team or to use it mostly as I do it as counter sniping or to support my team attacking an objective. Um, Generally, I mean, I use it mostly to counter snipers on open world maps like this one here, Gulan Railway. But I
Oh
also
my
use it in other
god, what happened
situations
to the
as well.
mortar?
Generally, it is a little tricky to use mortars effectively. I mean, you need to know when and where
This
to
phone
use
has
them on what type of
dropped.
maps. They are
Oh
not
my
effective on
god.
every map. Most of this clip you'll see is me playing in domination, but it's more effective in conquest and in rush, and it's probably most effective in rush because you have the ability in either defending or attacking to mortar the MCOM. But again, I think everybody gets into the use of just pounding away at the button and shooting those mortars quickly. You need to take your time and let the rounds go off so that you're to be able to bring steady fire as opposed to just bringing 4 rounds in on an objective at one time. And that would be true whether you're using it for rush, attacking, or defending. On Conquest, it's mainly, I think it's better to use it for sniping, taking down snipers, or to help your team advance on an objective. I mean, if you're stuck in the middle of the map and, your team is trying to attack the middle objective, mortars on certain maps can really be effective to take out groups of the enemy team or just to distract them. Also, mortars give a hell of a lot of suppression. So, that is advantageous to your team, so you can really be effective in that manner. Um, I mean, there's a couple different ways to play as a mortar. I mean, you can, lay down your mortars and sit there and, find a place to, to fire them from and just do that the entire round. I don't really like to do that. I mean, I have most fun when, I throw it down, I use it, to get a bunch of kills, and then, run on to the, pick it up, get up from that position, go attack an objective, lay a claymore, and then by the time I'm ready to go again, I've got 4 mortars ready to go, and I can bring them in on the enemies. Um, so it's basically 2 ways. You can be a camper and just pound away with the mortars all day long, or you can use it in the middle of your support play. I kind of like using it in the middle as a counter to my support play and to support my team. um, the other side of it is using mortars. I mean, getting hits and mortars can also be one hell of a trap. As you saw there, I saw an enemy come up on my mortar there, and I heard him come up, and I came out from my hiding position, and I was able to take that guy down. One of the things that you might want to do if you're going to use your mortars and place them in places of cover. As you can see in almost all of my videos, most times you'll see that my mortar is actually stationed in a bush. It makes it hard to see and a little harder for the enemy to take out. The second side of that is if I want to, if I'm really pissing off the enemy and they're coming to chase me or down, I'll lay the mortar down and put some claymores down around it. Then, of course, when they come to take out the mortar after I take 2 or 3 guys down, yeah, I'm going to get some kills too. As you'll see here in this video clip here, the guy takes out my mortar. I get his friend, but he has another friend that spawns on him, and I come up the stairs, and there he is for the easy kill. I gotta tell you, I mean, I really enjoy using mortars on domination, and obviously, on some maps more than others, it's harder to use. When you're like here on a map with buildings and stuff, the mortars don't go over the tall buildings, so you need to position them into positions where you can, bring down fire on your target. when you're first firing, if you're not sure, look for splash damage onto an area of the map that's not where you're aiming. That'll generally tell you're hitting you some sort of obstruction. But I mean, I think that if everybody took the time to use this weapon a little bit more, they would find that they would like it. There is a certain amount of satisfaction in getting a multi-kill with the mortar, and it is a skill weapon. Don't let anybody tell you that using a mortar is easy. I've gotten thousands of kill assists before I started getting kills effectively. It takes some skill. You need to know the map, and of course, if you have support from other players in your team running, motion sensor or MAV, you can really be even more effective with the mortar. Again, here in this particular clip, I take out a sniper. He's bothering everybody, and nobody can seem to find him. And I find him, and he decides to start messing and shooting at my mortar. Well, he eventually takes down the mortar because he was stuck in this little niche there. And I'm like, damn. But you know what? He stayed there, like all snipers. He's greedy. All right, and of course, I replaced my mortar in another location and finished him off. It'll generally take 2 kills to kill a player that is 100% health. Um, I mean, it's got to be like practically a headshot to get a one-shot kill with the mortar. So it does work good to use when you're firing your shells, is to fire them two consecutively right away, and that will also help get you kills. You can get multi-kills, especially if you're going against a bunch of guys that are spawn bombing and so on and so forth. And I think the most kills I got from a single mortar round was 5. But I can average 2 or 3 in a single round multi kills using the mortar effectively. Again, I think that it's most effective on obviously open world maps, but against snipers. And you'll see that if you're using it, if you're playing Conquest a lot, that's when you'll use your mortars. But if you're playing on a lot of smaller maps and mode-based maps, capture the flag, and so on and so forth, it can be an effective tool in this environment as well. I've had a lot of fun, capturing the video for this clip, and I got to tell you, it was really a blast. For those that were with me during some of these multi kills here, it was really exciting. So I enjoyed making this video. I hope that the tips that I gave you here tonight will help you use this gadget a little bit better and make your play more enjoyable. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and go check out our website, talonstrikeforce.net, and check out the TLN community. For Talon Strike Force, this is Rocket Rob 99. Thanks very much for your time, and have a good night.